Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Good morning, Wildcats. As Wildcat Wellness Week comes to a close, we have a special story that resides deep in the hearts of West Range students.
We will also look at a noteworthy club here on campus that spreads love with simple notes. I'm Levi Adams.
And I'm Riley Flynn. Today's October 27th, 2017, and West Range TV starts now. As you know, Levi, today is the last day of Mental Health Awareness Week.
That's right, Riley. Yesterday, the lovely speaker Harriet Turk shared her inspirational message with the school.
And today, we have 8 therapy dogs on campus ready to play with to conclude this week of focusing on healthy minds and happy hearts. And speaking of furry friends, Paul will be fundraising for animals that have been affected by Hurricane Irma and Harvey. Donuts will be sold during lunch for $1.50 each. Before you play with the dogs at brunch, make sure to take part in Wildcats Against Cancer's annual Pink Picture to celebrate a successful Breast Cancer Awareness Month. To be in the picture, make sure to wear pink and meet outside of the counseling office.
Clubs meeting today at lunch include Free Speech Club in room 530 and Astronomy Club in room 305. Model UN is a great club here on campus. To learn more about it, let's take it out to Kayla with Gamin and Rachel.
Thank you, Levi. I'm here with Rachel and Gamin, 2 members of Model UN. Thank you guys for coming down here. So, Gamin, what can you tell students about Model UN who maybe don't know much about it?
So Model UN is a national-based club, and it's a mock simulation of the United Nations organization. And in the club, we represent each country. So you could be like Japan, Kenya, or the United States. And in each competition we go to, we represent each country's policies. And in this department or category, we discuss countries' policies and discuss solutions such as using NGOs or like funding such as different like countries' GDPs to have solutions for journalist rights or human rights such as like water or disarmament, or having a solution to reflect what's going on right now in the national politics.
All right, that's very interesting. And Rachel, what is usually the topic of discussion at your guys' meetings?
Well, usually for this semester, we're discussing procedure and how it works at competitions. But next semester, we're expecting people are in the hang of it. But at meetings, we usually discuss upcoming competitions, like the next one at Miracosta in early December. And we discuss policies, like basic policies for the country you're assigned at each competition.
All right, and lastly, Gamin, what can you tell students to maybe encourage them to join Model UN?
So unlike other like debate clubs that may seem intimidating, Model UN is actually like a really fun club to just talk about country policies or just like what's happening in the world right now. So if you're not really skilled in debate or public speaking, you can still like have experience by writing research papers or just like having fun with different students around the country at these competitions where you can just talk with them and just discuss about what's happening in the world right now.
All right, well, thank you ladies for coming down. Cats, you heard it here. Model UN is a very unique club here on campus and is definitely worth looking into. That's all from us. Now let's take it back to the hosts.
Thank you, Kayla. We wish Model UN the best of luck on all of their competitions.
A few months ago, a beloved West Range alumni, Jared Monroe, sadly passed away.
And with Mental Health Week coming to an end, Savannah brings us an interview with Jared's family explaining why mental health is so crucial.
On March 19th, 2017, West Range High School graduate Jared Monroe, beloved friend, son, and brother, took his own life while experiencing mental health challenges. His mother, Robin Monroe, shares how she and her family were greatly affected by this unexpected tragedy.
We were shocked. He was a very well-adjusted kid, a very outgoing kid, a very popular kid. He had ADHD. Yes, he had big energy and all that kind of stuff. Never needed medication. Got great grades. He's, first-string football player. Never saw this coming whatsoever.
Jared's younger sister Brooke recognizes how this tragedy has created strong relationships between her and her friends who never fail to encourage and support her.
During the whole week when I was finding out, I did not want to go to school, but I wanted to go to the theater and be with my best friends. So I would go to school and just go to fourth period, and I would sit in there, and my first day back, actually, my theater teacher walked up to me and gave me a card that my whole class signed. So that was definitely a big deal for me.
Created by Jared's mother herself, Robin started the Jared Monroe Foundation in order to help others struggling with mental health issues.
I needed something to keep going. I needed to keep him alive. He wanted to be a social worker like I am, and his goal was to save a life. So I need to continue that in his name, so I created the Jared Monroe Foundation, and I bring a lot of awareness. I'm on Facebook. I have a website where I'm always educating and teaching how to handle people with bipolar, how to handle depression, anxiety, all kinds of stuff.
No matter how big or how small, for those who struggle with a mental condition, there is always help readily available.
Don't do it alone. You can get through this, both the person who has bipolar and the family members. It is not something that has to stop you from living. You can absolutely live a very functional life. It's not easy, but there's help out there. There are people out there. Educate yourself, get support, group therapy, medication. You can make it through.
Individuals like Jared represent the greater opportunity to live life knowing that there are people that love and support you. It is crucial for teams seeking to make a difference to come together and remind those struggling with their mental health that you can make it through. For West Ranch TV, this has been Savannah Burrows reporting.
Thank you, Savannah, for that touching story, and Jared's family for sharing.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the Monroe family. Giving back to your community is always important. If you're in NHS and still in need of service hours, there are still 2 more service events left for this semester. You can find more information on www.wrhsnhs.weebly.com.
Post-it Note Society is a club that strives to lift the spirits through kind messages here on campus. Thoughtful gestures like these are important and perfect for Mental Health Awareness Week. Nathan is in the studio with 2 members of this positive club.
Yes, thank you, Riley. I'm now joined by Teresa and Jasmine, 2 of the founders of Post-it Note Society. Thanks for coming down, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Teresa, Post-it Note Society is a relatively newer club on campus. Can you tell us what inspired you to create this club?
Yes, we as founders heard other students' stories, and we decided to spread positivity on the West Ranch campus by creating Post-it Notes. We wanted to uplift the students by any way possible, even if it was just putting a small smile on their face.
And Jasmine, how do you think spreading kindness around school will help students with dealing with mental illnesses?
Well, actually, we do have members in our club who suffer from anxiety or depression, and we, as anyone, understand that sometimes it's the small things that can make a difference, so maybe writing a note with a positive quote might just make your day.
All right, well, cats, make sure to stop by on Wednesdays at lunch in room 502 if you're interested in being a part of this inspirational movement. Now let's take it back to Riley.
Thank you, Nathan, and Post-it Note Society for putting smiles on students' faces. While looking for these sticky notes on campus walls, be sure to stop by the Career Center during tutorial on Monday, where a representative from CSUN will be to answer any questions you may have about their school.
The pack theme for tonight's game is Jurassic Pack. You can get your pack t-shirt outside the ASB office for $5 today at brunch. There is a limited amount, so don't miss out. Football has a big game tonight, but they're not the only sport making our campus proud. Let's serve it over to Hannah with girls tennis in the sports corner.
That's right, Levi. Our Wildcat sports teams are gearing up for an action-packed weekend. First off, cross country will race at the Apache Invitational at Arcadia High School. Tearing up the ice on Saturday night will be West Ranch hockey against the Royals at the ice station at 7:45. And don't forget, our Wildcat football team will kick off against the Valencia Vikings at Valencia High School. Our girls tennis team has been making headlines lately. I am now joined in the studio with girls tennis captain Danielle Hedinger and singles player Jordan McBride. Danielle, I heard the girls tennis team won league title again this year. As senior and a captain, what was it like to win the title again?
It's a pretty amazing feeling for our team to go out and win league again this year, and especially to go undefeated. And with Valencia being our biggest competition, I'm really happy that we were able to pull out 2 wins again this year, and that's really all I could ask for my senior year.
And Jordan, I heard you won the singles league title yesterday. Looking forward to CIF? Can you tell me about how you're looking forward to CIF?
Okay, so since our team got moved up to Division I last year, it was like a really big honor, but it was also a struggle because we played a really, really good team and we weren't able to pull it through. So this year our main goal is to just see how many rounds we can get through and see how far we can go.
Congratulations, girls, and good luck to all girls tennis players who will be training for the CIF championships starting next week. Let's take it back to Riley and Levi.
That's all for today's show. Tune in next week for some spooky surprises to get into the Halloween spirit. I'm Riley Flynn.
And I'm Levi Adams. Have a great weekend, cats.